Hi everyone. Welcome to the HubSpot. Hope everyone is doing great. Today we'll be going through the more so the game between Liverpool and Manchester United, and just to get your thoughts, most probably your reaction. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Leave your comment on the section, or what you think or how you thought the game went, if it differs from our own personal perspective. But I'm not here alone today. I'm here with Drex. It's just right in the studio. Let me bring Drex in. Drex will be helping us break it down from a tactical perspective. Let's go.
Yo, hello
Drex,
everybody. Hi, how you doing?
my apologies. I keep saying Drex. It's Admiral
Yeah,
Drex.
yeah,
It's
of
Admiral
course, of course.
Drex.
It's okay. It's okay. How hope everybody is doing good. Hope you had a great time. It's the what should I call it? It's the more like the Monday after the game where we went to Anfield and um restricted them to wing play. So which was really interesting to see that our players could actually be more disciplined and play to instruction, right? Limit them
I
to
like. Sorry, go ahead.
limit them to wing play because they know how to spam crosses a lot. They then
I
spam the
like.
cross in and let's just deal with the first ball and close them down for the second ball. It's a good. And I didn't think we were gonna lose that game. I never thought we were gonna lose that game. It was. I'm happy that not really. I'm excited we didn't lose that game, but not happy that we could have come up with all 3 points if we're a little bit clinical. That's all.
My a draw, fantastic result. I never thought we were ever going to win that game. To be fair, I never thought we were going to. But I thought we had chances. Probably if we beat Clinical, we would have probably gotten something outside the draw. But like you mentioned, I was going to say though, it's a different way to look at it, right? Because everyone keeps saying Liverpool battered us, right? They pressed us, and when you say, which I like, you restrict them to the wing play, which one would think would be Liverpool's strength, but the fullbacks, Dalo, Shaw, as
Sure.
well as Varane and Evans did an excellent job, right, in blocking. And when the cross came through, they were able to what they call Evans and Varane were able to what they called take the ball out. I think it was a good play, though, a good play of what they called discipline will probably be my key word for that game. Discipline. They were extremely disciplined. Anthony was disciplined. Garnacho was disciplined. Amrabat, to an extent, uh, did his best. I think he's still probably lacking a bit of fitness. I'm not sure, because I was listening to Fabrizio today. It cast my mind back and saying this guy never had a preseason. He never had a preseason. He just came into what they called United, and he came even injured. So I think probably still a warm up period for Amrabat. Kobe did excellently well. McTominay, McTominay was okay. There's really little or nothing he could do, being that is put in a position whereby I don't think it's not a creator. It's more of okay, I can finish, I can score. I think I understand he has just 2 assists in his whole career, but no. But I think shout out to the guys. Hoyland, Hoyland was good. I feel for Hoyland a lot though, seeing that he is young, and one will expect like at least a senior striker to probably nurture him through. But even everyone thinks he's already matured. He's just 20 years old, right? But hopefully he can learn from Bayern Munich. He can learn from Liverpool and build up from there. So tell me though, from a tactical view, because I know you see the game a bit differently. What do you think? What do you think happened? How do you think Ten Hag probably just did? I know the tweaks are probably visible, pushing one CDM back. Do you have a different perspective though on how we were able to get that result?
Okay. We got the result on shared discipline. Discipline.
Mhm.
Discipline. Discipline. Know what you're doing at every time. Know what you're doing. Don't get carried away. Don't get complacent. don't scan and see an opposition and say, okay, the ball won't get to him. Let me just let him be. Because a couple of times in the second half, Evans was always making sure Delo was on his toes.
Mm-hmm.
Evans
Mm-hmm.
always doing that, and I like that kind of coordination. I like the fact that, like I said at the beginning of the stream, we narrowed them. We restricted them to wing play. The likes of Saboslai and Gravenberg were not in the game. Endo was the holding six, right? He had what's his name? Arnold was the one
Mm-hmm.
trying to call the shots from the midfield, because he was always inverting into the midfield, trying to spread the passes and all of that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Other than other than set piece play from corner and free kick, they weren't they weren't they didn't really have. I know they had what, like 34 shots attempt and eight or nine on target, right? But of the eight that were on target, about six were balls directed at the keeper.
Yeah.
Konate,
Yeah.
Salah twice or three times, Nunes, I think,
Van
um,
Dijk once.
Van Dijk won. So it wasn't a clear cut chance like that, like ours. That's why after the game I'm like, okay, one draw, not a bad result. I was a little bit upset that we didn't get the win. Now, if we had gotten the win, somebody would have said, most people would have said it's smash and grab, but it's not a smash and grab. You don't go. To me, people might say it's a smash and grab. They have the right to their opinion, but if we had gotten a win, it wouldn't have been a smash and grab. The guys executed the instruction, the plan of the manager to a T.
Perfectly. Yeah.
They did it perfectly. So when you say, "Oh, we went to pack the balls," that game started. Liverpool wanted to rattle us. Liverpool came pressing, like high press, all of that. They were trying to get on the score sheet as early as they could,
That's possible. Yeah.
as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Do you expect United to be going out gun blazing? Yeah, guess what? That would be so naive and so foolish of you, because guess what? You're at Anfield.
Mm-hmm.
You should know where your territory that you're playing at, right? So the approach of the game was the first 25 minutes, don't concede. As the game got going, now see options, explore options. Halftime, new, perfect. First half of the one half of the game done. You've executed the plan for the first half properly. Now let's go into the second half. Second half, we saw a little bit of will I use the word arrogance? Arrogance from the Liverpool side. They were like, okay, you know what, these guys are toothless, they won't do anything. Let's just go at them. Now it came like we had two clear-cut chances. And I don't fault any of the players, be it Genasho for his own chance and Hoyland for his.
Ireland. Yeah.
And for Oiland's chance, it was a beautiful piece of play. Anthony McTominay to
Ireland.
what we call it, to Hoyland, right? Now, which he did well by trying to fend off the first defender, but he couldn't go the other way because the Van Dijk was on the periphery. The goalkeeper made a very good save. If that was people were saying, oh, he should have done better. An established striker would have done better. We've seen it times and time again where if it was against the hair makes those kind of save, even against opposition strikers that we tend to say are world class or established strikers.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a good save. Don't make it look like the kid did not pick a good ball. This is someone that is eager to score, was able to get the ball on his wrong. First of all, he got the ball on his wrong foot.
Mm-hmm.
The angles for his left was not there, so he had to put it on his wrong foot, which is right, and still was able to generate power to play a shot. The keeper quickly came out to narrow the angle. So what do you expect? I see people trying to slate him. What do you expect the keeper to do? The keeper should have stayed on his line. Somebody said, oh, he should have dinked. At that time, dinking was not the boy's problem. Because guess what? He just wants to put himself on the score sheet. He has to.
Do you think that taught them probably the anxiety, right? Trying to put yourself on the score sheet, probably you lost a bit of that composure. A second of a composure would have helped. Do you think?
Look at that game. Look at that play again,
Mhm.
right? And look at composure wise. How did he lose composure? It was an intricate pass. Anthony McTominay gave it to him. He put the ball. But McTominay was giving him the ball. Wasn't in his left foot position. He had to put it well on the. By the time he took that touch, the keeper could smell the danger. The keeper could smell that if he doesn't make a move the time he made that move, it would have been a goal. Because this boy was sending the ball to the second post. Now, now you're talking about composure and all of that. Don't forget, this is a young kid,
Mhm.
right? Who just came. He scored goals in the championship, but hasn't registered in the Premier League. So he's still trying to. So yeah, a little bit of anxiety in terms of let me get the score. Not the negative type of anxiety. It was more like the positive. My team needs this goal. If I get this goal, we are then there's a chances of us actually winning this game. Worst case scenario, draw. So like for Garnacio's own, I
Mhm.
felt like he should have put himself, protected the ball better, and then got a penalty. That Garnacio's chance was the chance that you say an experienced striker would have gotten away with something there. Either he gets the ball in, puts himself in front of the defender, or protects the ball with his leg, whereas the defender has to go through him, and that's a penalty already. Or have a way of playing the ball such that it goes past the keep. So Garnacio's own, for me, he did what he can to his ability and his experience, but
Mhm.
an experience not all experienced striker would have even gotten a clear shot from that point, but he did what. So that's why I'm saying we had the better chance, clear cut chance to win that game as to Liverpool, right?
And I think in terms of like the transition play, yes, I would
It
agree.
was smooth. It was smooth.
It was smooth. It was smooth. It was, and fair enough. I probably and everyone played well, so I don't want to be critical, but I probably think McTominay could have done a bit more when he did what he ought to do. You could see how that probably because as you know, that ball came from McTominay to
Kobe,
Kobe, and Kobe to what they call straight
one
to
time,
one
Garnacho.
time, right? So I think McTominay didn't really play a lot with the CDM. I think he played a bit, although he was able to keep his shape by not moving way too much, but having that ability to control to probably dictate the game. I think if McTominay could have done a bit better, we would have
No,
gotten
but
a
but
result.
when you say McTominay could have done a little bit better, right?
Mm.
Aren't you trying to reach for something that you can't reach for? We all know McTominay's
No,
deficiency.
no, but
No, but
we know. But if you look at that, right? So, for example, there was a very good ball. We were on the counter, right? So basically, this is half feed. The ball, McTominay received the ball like this. So you could probably just move, hold the ball, turn, and move forward. But McTominay was moving like this because it's basically it's not. It's like
but
it's
no,
not.
that my question to you now
Yeah.
is: haven't you seen that as his own deficiency in
No,
the league?
but again, it's not rocket science, though. That's what I'm saying.
But you
Like
say it's not rocket science, right? But
yes.
haven't you seen it week in, week out? So when I've decided to say I'm not going to be calling out, like talking too much about what a player can't do or can't do, because
Mhm.
over 5 years I've seen that he cannot do some certain things.
Okay.
Now me expecting him to do it, or he doing it, it will not come as a surprise, not in me expecting it. Because if he does it, I'm like, yo, he did it,
Okay.
right?
Okay. Let me give
So
you an
that
example.
mhm,
Just because, an example, just because Onana is not a goal scorer, and
mhm,
probably somehow he ends up in a position whereby
mhm,
it's an empty goal, an empty goal like it's in front and he misses it right, as with no pressure, zero pressure,
mhm.
and you will say, oh, it's not a goal scorer, it's fine. No, there's some
My
basics,
question
right?
is: has Onana done such things before, that like a precedence that will not make me feel like, okay, what he did now? Like, look, for example, Darwin
Mhm,
Nunes.
mhm,
He knows how to fluff his lines sometimes, right?
mhm.
Now, when he does it, so I hear some people, Liverpool fans, go at him. I'm like, and some will just say, "But we're used to him doing stuff like this." Some don't even try to. So when I get what you're saying, but I'm saying when you said he should have done better in some position, right?
No, that's what I'm saying. Right? It's not his strength. But again, right, there were probably the most little things you could probably think of.
No,
I'm,
but
I, I'm not,
saying
I'm
it's
not.
little. You say
No,
it's little.
hold on. I'm not telling him to probably do a Rabona pass. I'm not telling him to take like the breather like Kobe takes. He takes like a second breather. Like he will breathe, and three players are coming to him. He will breathe for a second. He knows where that ball is going. And he knows they're not getting the ball. I'm not saying don't do it. I'm saying right. There was a very clear counter. We had a counter, right? And all you could do is I have the ball. Let me run like this. When you had the ball, you were running like this. And you know you running like this is like creating a triangle. Like someone will always meet you here, and exactly that's what happened. Someone always probably meet a point, which Salah did, right?
Haven't you heard this saying that you don't give what you don't have? You can't give what you don't have.
So making a straight run and a diagonal run is something that McTominay doesn't have.
You can't give what you don't have. You're expecting McTominay to make a diagonal run, but he made a straight run. So knowledge-wise, is in his own knowledge, it felt like making an horizontal dash, right? Is what would put him in a position of actually of control as to going diagonal, right? So it's like saying sometimes when Rashford shoots, right? We already know he's gonna shoot, but we're expecting him to make a pass. So it's just McTominay's job yesterday was okay because every time Anthony had the ball, right? Who was first to get to the box? Other than after who, if Oyland wasn't in the box, who was first? Who was there to get to the box?
McTominay.
Because that's his thing. When Anthony holds the, especially when Anthony was having the ball, McTominay was sprinting like fire, like with the speed of light, right, to get into the box.
Yeah.
So that, and when fine, McTominay, people like for yesterday, he had his own. He was able to occupy one of Liverpool's midfielders, right? But it was they could actually displace him, and but guess what? He never stopped running.
No,
He never
I'm not
stopped
for
running.
McTominay yesterday did. I'm just saying, probably a bit of quality would have probably changed in the game for us. That's all. Yeah,
it doesn't
I
have
agree. It doesn't have it. McTominay is a kind of player whereby you know what it's like it can be in your squad, but everyone else needs to be good. Everyone
yes.
else, yeah.
You're talking about you say Kobe Meno holds the ball, take a breather, and knows what to do. But McTominay is the person you will give the ball on the floor. He tries to draw it back like this, and now gives you in the air. So it's like saying, like I said, you don't give what you don't have.
You don't have. I agree.
Yes, McTominay likes to be at the end of in the final third to try to maybe. McTominay knows how to feed on scrap on the final third. A loose ball comes, he knows how to raise the ball up, and you see how he raise the ball up and shoot, and also that's McTominay for you. And I was hoping yesterday that he would actually. There was a ball that was given to him. He actually shot the ball well, but it was blocked. I was hoping that I was like, why did this guy block the ball?
There was one thing I thought it was going to pass. It was him, Ganasho, Hoyland. I think Anthony was here, and he just rushed the shot.
Yeah, that was the one that got blocked.
Like Maki.
But I didn't like yesterday. I didn't fault them, so I don't.
As in,
we didn't have
McTominay,
some
right?
quality. We didn't have quality in terms of personnel.
Yeah, we don't have, and I think that's where it comes back to everyone's most point where it's saying that McTominay is not a bad player. And McTominay is a player you can play in Ferguson's time. You can play McTominay. You will not even know he's there. Because why?
Yeah, but we'll score the goal.
He will score the goals. But now that we are a team, we're struggling. Like you can't afford to carry anyone, and that's where.
Who's in the bench? Who's on the bench?
No, I'm saying no. Yesterday was. I'm saying in future games, right? For future games, McTominay will still play. He will still play.
Games. I think players are because what? How many games did he play? Did he really get a lot of game time last season?
McTominay, I think McTominay got the game time.
He will definitely get the game time, but not as much as he's getting now.
Yeah, no, if you want to be honest, of game time now compared to last season for sure.
Yeah, if you want to be honest with ourselves, he didn't get a lot of game in the first half of last season compared to this one now, right?
Yes, I agree.
And even this one, even when this one was going, when this one started, he wasn't like a starter.
You know, this McTominay starting because of 2 goals he scored. Though.
No, but okay, I want to ask you one question.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I want to ask you one question. And just be honest, forget about who the player is.
Yeah, you know
When
me.
a
I don't
player
like.
when a
Mhm.
player scores 3 goals
Mhm.
in 3 matches,
Mhm.
do you bench them or do you start them? Wait, with the mindset of you have players injured, what do you do?
Okay,
Because I've
if I have
asked myself this question.
no, if I have players injured, I will start McTominay, right? Giving no, giving to what Eric Nag is doing right now, and that's why, honestly, for me, I'm beginning to doubt him because this is what a basic manager will do, right?
Mm,
My McTominay's get me the result. You know what? At least if you can get me the result, we can struggle through this patch. Let's struggle through. I can probably get me some goals here and there. But I think what he's doing is that it's not actually building a team because
no, but
because
do it now. You say it's not building a team.
yeah,
When we played Everton, was there a style of play?
there was a sort of play.
When we played Galatasaray and scored 3, was there a style of play?
Yeah, there was sort of play. Yeah.
So because now we played Chelsea, there was a style of play. We played Bournemouth and lost, there was a style of play. Yesterday we played Liverpool
Mm-hmm,
with a plan and a
mm-hmm,
style of play yesterday. In terms of,
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
people
mm-hmm.
tend to say, oh, because you block,
It's a
it's
sort
not
of
there.
play.
It's a
Packing was
style
a
of
style
play
of play. Yeah.
because defensively you have to be on your toe for 90 odd minutes,
Mm-hmm,
right? So what I'm saying, I get you. I share me. I'm not a fan of McTominay, right? But I'm saying when he's been so far because of the injury, right? He's done his bit. McTominay to me is a. I keep saying is a squad player that's good at coming from the bench, right?
mm-hmm,
But who are you going to be? Kobe Meno, just don't forget, Kobe Meno just got back from injury, right? Now, we would say some players need to be given chances, right? Now, Amrabat was given his chance and he has been playing consistently for some time now. Kobe, like I said, just came back. McTominay is ahead of Kobe in terms of the level and all of that seniority. This guy is there. Now, I was really hoping to see McTominay and Mason Mount share spots in terms of that box to box,
mm-hmm,
right?
mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not a case of, remember when Donny Felber came to United and people were saying, okay, he could share spots with Pogba, and Pogba went on a lengthy injury. What happened? Donny went on a lengthy injury as well. So it's a case of, now I was hoping to see Mount share that spot with McTominay, right? But Mount also got injured. I ask you this question: if Ericsson was fit, do you think McTominay will be starting games?
Oof! I can. Hey, well, this is very because I can tell you, right? It's most likely it will start. I can
No.
tell you that. You know why?
When you say
Because
start, Ericsson will play the start and come off maybe at the 50th or 55th minute. Right. But okay, ask us. Okay, Ericsson is not playing. Ericsson did not play last season. Did Ericsson play last season?
he played until he got injured. Yeah.
Okay, did McTominay start ahead of Ericsson last season?
No, no, no,
Most
no.
of the time. Okay, so when we are saying if Ericsson is available, you're still looking at it like, okay,
Be-
McTominay is not
because
ahead of
because because
Ericsson.
I'm trying to read the mind of the coach now. The coach is
No,
basically
but you
is
are
is
doing you
playing
are uh-huh.
is playing for like I can't put it now. And
You're
this
not
is not
you're
making
not
this
you're
is
not you're not dipping it down. You're not dipping it down. You're not putting all the variables into consideration now.
okay.
I'm saying if Ericsson was available,
Mhm. I'm saying Ten Hag, the way I see
Casemiro
it,
was available.
yeah.
If Ericsson was available and Casemiro was available and Menu just coming into the fray, do you think Ericsson wouldn't have been instrumental in some games? Now, because you are saying because McTominay scored 2 goals, Ten Hag is playing him, right?
Yes.
Don't you think Ericsson would have been more involved in some of the games that we would have won, that would have warranted his start?
So honestly, from there, like I Ten Hag, like let's say it's not about the player now. Or what it's not about the player. I'm talking it's not about the coach. From what I'm seeing, what the coach is doing, the coach, what he does is basically who is doing well for me is who I will play. If you look at, and let's go back to last season, right?
Mm,
When we bought in Casemiro,
mm,
McTominay was playing well
And who
until
brought in Cas?
yeah until Scott McTominay game began to drop. He started bringing in what it called. He started bringing in
Did
what's his name?
don't forget
Casemiro.
Casemiro? Did Casemiro? I can't remember. Did
He
Casemiro
trained.
get?
He
Did he?
trained with Real Madrid. He had their preseason with them.
Did he get preseason with us?
No. He had a preseason with Real Madrid, not with us.
But preseason with Real Madrid, that's a different coach.
No, although I'm saying,
Mm.
he kept on. He kept on. He kept on playing. He kept on playing.
Mm-hmm.
McTominay until
Mm.
you know what?
He
He
dropped the
gave
levels.
he drops
He dropped his
levels
level,
and
and
then brought in Casemiro.
mhm.
Now, if you look again, Maguire also when he
Mm.
came, the first 4 games Maguire played. Because why? That is then as soon as Maguire dropped the level, okay, he changed that, right? So from what I've seen so far, if you until you do wrong, before the call he takes you off. Now look at this season. Maguire came back. Maguire is doing well. Oh, Maguire them is my first choice. Evans is doing well. Oh, Evans is my choice. I'm not changing that. So I'm saying, right, Ericsson coming from injury until McTominay drops levels, right? Before Ericsson gets into that.
I'm not
Look
saying
at
Ericsson coming from injury. I'm saying if Ericsson wasn't injured.
okay, if Ericsson wasn't injured, right, the most likely McTominay wouldn't have scored those 2 goals. But then that's in hindsight. I'm
No,
saying
but okay, if Ericsson is coming back from injury now, right?
mhm,
Do you take Ericsson from injury that is just, let's say, he's been fit for 2 weeks doing training, grass, and all
mhm,
of that, right?
mhm.
Do you just do you just throw him into the mix?
No,
Wouldn't you bed him in
no.
slowly?
You will feed Ericsson in slow. I'm saying you feed him in slowly. But I'm saying if Ericsson even gets to full fitness, until
Mm.
McTominay we're here, until McTominay drops levels, Ericsson is not getting in that squad.
No, but if Ericsson gets to full fitness, and in that time that he's getting to full fit, is detecting the games for us, is getting involved in the assist or goals, right?
Mhm, mhm.
I feel like the manager would, because he would play Ericsson, he will play McTominay until he knows Ericsson is fully fit, and of which Ericsson can only play. We know right now Ericsson can only play what, maybe first half, 10 minutes, second half, right? Which to me, I don't. It's a bad thing because some of your most of your best players, you want to have them for 90 minutes, right? So,
Yeah.
but so that if that's the case, I don't have a problem with that, because if McTominay is starting and he knows that, okay, after 50 minutes I'm coming off, right? Maybe that would.
I think Drex, you're frozen there. While we wait for Drex to recover his network there. What I'm actually trying to aim at here is more so that I believe Ten Ag, right? Ten Ag is I don't think it takes and again it's not I don't think it's a risk taking coach. And probably someone might say it differently. I think like as I'm saying from a player's perspective, it might be probably be risk taken on how he plays. But from a player's perspective, it's more safe. Oh, who is actually doing the job for me? So for me, that may be concerned. Right? I believe like even if Ericsson comes back to full fitness, I still believe that if McTominay is probably just giving you probably 1 or 2 shots here, scoring one or 2 goals here, it will play. And basically, it's like we're repeating the same thing that happened there last year. While Rashford had all majority of the goals, it was clear and evident that basically if he wasn't scoring, he wasn't having a good game. And same with McTominay. You cannot build a team like that. A player should not play because probably they are like a ghost. It's not like a striker, like a ghost in the whole game. Basically, when they are meant to be a midfielder or probably be someone that supports the whole team. For example, Rashford needs to support what they call uh, defense, the fullback. It would not, right? If Rashford doesn't score last season, he doesn't have a good game, right? If McTominay doesn't score, he doesn't have a good game. You probably give him an average. So my concern with Eric Ten Hag is more so he he needs to build a team, and I keep saying that he needs to build a team, and that shouldn't be like it should be a team that basically works together. It should be a team, and that's where the management of United needs to come in. When you're building a team, right? One second, Drexel just messaged me. Okay. One second. Yeah. So basically, I think it's internet. Yeah. Direct Admiral Direct power went out. Hopefully, it can rejoin us. So what I'm saying next is that he needs to build a team, and he should stop thinking, "Oh, this person is giving me." I know most coaches think like that. I don't think we are there because I think we'll keep struggling. We'll keep digging. Last time we kept digging 1-0, 1-0, 2-1. Like we kept struggling for a result because then we're looking for only one player to score the goals. We need to build a team where we have 5 or 6 or 7 where the team can score the goals, not one player. I think that's my concern with Eric Ten Hag. And by the way, I'm not Eric Ten Hag. I know he actually can do it. I know he can do it because I've seen him do it at what they call at Ajax. So I know certainly Eric Ten Hag can build the team. But I think if we are to be honest, it will take time because the players we have currently currently do not meet exactly how he wants to play. Like Drex, I was saying that. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm saying that, right? I'm saying my concern with Eric Ten Hag before we go back to this Liverpool game, it's more so, right. I want him to build a team whereby we know what we have 6 players that can get the goals. Not just last season was just Rashford. Look at now, Rashford is down. We are struggling now. Okay, let's hope on McTominay. So I think we'll probably be on the same cycle if we keep doing that. Now, for me, I believe where France will say, okay, you know what, let's get a result. But for me, if you have to build properly, you might have to get some bad results. That's why the management needs to come in. Eric Ten Hag might have some bad results at a time where he actually wants to build a team now. So the management needs to be aligned that, okay, we'll get bad result, but the aim here is for the betterment. I'm thinking what happened last year with Rashford is happening again. We're hope McTominay can come up with a goal where basically it's not actually contributing a whole lot to the team outside and it's now we're by banking our luck and our wins on probabilities. Are you there? Yeah, okay.
So my take on that is when you say okay, he needs to build a team, right? So far, so good. He's on 28 points, 1 point better than what we had last season. Right? Now,
Yes.
yeah, people don't people forget about that. Dip it down. He's never had the same back four he had from last season. Right? No, you say doesn't build a team. We say he's relying.
I'm saying just he
He's
needs to
relying
build a
on.
team.
We all say he's relying on McTominay to get the goals. How many goals has McTominay scored this season?
But yeah, but this is highest tally so far in his career, but 3 or 4.
Okay, good. So who has got the other goals?
Okay, do so goals. Okay, well, striker has
Bruno has gotten some goals.
Bruno has gotten probably 2.
Yeah.
Right? McTominay,
Okay. Ganacho has gotten
Casemiro
some goals.
Casemiro has
Martial
gotten
has
4.
gotten some. Martial has gotten a goal or 2.
No, I think
Rashford has gotten a goal.
Rashford gotten 1 goal.
So the goals have been spread. So what? Okay, if in all games, what has been our major problem that we say this season?
Goal scoring.
We are not clinical enough.
No, we are not. So it's not. We are not scoring goals because we are not creating. We're not creating the chances.
My internet is bad.
We are not creating the chance. Like how do I put it now? We are not fluid. We are not fluid. Like we are not fluid. Like It's like he
So
wants
how
the
do
game,
you?
man.
My question is, how do you get fluidity with the kind of players we have?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying if the Knight's aim is to say, okay, you know what? And again, I might be wrong. He might be doing this already now. I might say, okay, you know what? I'm trying to build a team. I'm trying to build. I'm most likely it is. I'm trying to build a structure. I'm trying to build my pattern now. But you know what? McTominay, as you are there, if you can get me the goal, I don't mind because I know tomorrow I will take you out. It's probably that's what was probably what he's doing now. Who knows? Then with time, it comes because I know over the past 5 or 6 games we've had some kind of structure on how we want to play, right?
Okay, let me before you go for. Let me ask you this question. Frankie De Boer came to the Premier League. We managed Crystal Palace, lost I think 14 games, trying to
Mm-hmm.
play his style of football, right?
Yes.
It
Mm-hmm.
didn't work and he got sacked.
Mm-hmm.
So I want my question to you now is: would you have preferred Ten Hag trying to play the kind of highest football that we know him to play with these same players, right? And getting the L, which one will get him sacked the more faster?
So what I would say, right, is Ten Hag. I don't think with the players.
He should have died on his heel of playing his kind of style of
No,
football,
no,
right?
no, 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 no. One of
Even if it wasn't getting him the result.
no one of the key things Ten Hag I heard is good at is
Hello.
adaptation.
Mm-hmm.
I heard Ten Hag is good at adapting. Now let me use this guy for example. Let me use Arteta for example, right? Arteta, right? He had his style of plan. He stuck to it, and they were loading them left, right, center. But
Okay.
he stuck to it. But all you have to say,
he stuck to it because of he got what support from where?
as I say, the management needs to be involved. So as I said, the management needs to be involved.
Because if the management is not involved, right?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Yes,
If the management let the fans run the club,
mm-hmm.
then we'll sack Ten Hag again.
Yes, I'm saying. You know, I mentioned. I said the management needs to be involved. The management thinking, okay, it's what I want to do. Probably for the short term, we'll have X, Y, Z. For the long term, we'll have what they call good progress. Now, if the management say, okay, you know what, I'm aligned. Whatever the fans want to think, let them go ahead. Right. Whatever the media wants to do, they go ahead. Right? But we have a design path we want to follow, and with that path line, okay, as we're going to, it's not just your style of play. As you're going there, we start changing the players and bringing in the players that probably you want. And that's what you know. I think probably I'm wrong being critical of tonight because now we don't even have the brain or the technique from a management level to tell Tenag, you know, Tenag, you want to do this. Now let's work as a team to kind of, you know what, in the next 2-3 years, that would have probably replaced Rashford with X, replace this with this, and replace this with plan a strategy. I don't think we have that. So I think I'm a bit too critical on Tenag on that part. So probably with the new director of director of football,
Sporting, yeah.
A sporting director. I'm hoping Tenak can probably, you know what, it's what I want to do. How can we create a map? To me, if it's honestly, if it's 3 years, I don't care.
Let me because I was doing a stream with Mark earlier on, and we showed a stat where Ten Hag has had 86 games so far in his first 2 seasons. Same amount of games Arteta had in his first 2 seasons. But Ten Hag had more wins than Arteta, 53 to 47. Ten Hag had more points in his first 2 seasons in terms of 86 games played to Arteta's. It was 168 to Arteta's 153, I believe.
Yeah.
Right? Ten Hag had lesser draw, although the defeat he had is 25 compared to Arteta's 23. Ten Hag had 9 draws. Arteta had about 11. No, Arteta had way more than that. Now, if Arsenal had anything close to what we have as in terms of management, do you think Arteta would have lasted?
Arteta won't. That's what I'm saying. Arteta would have lasted. No, you know what? Notice why people keep comparing that stat, and I want to. There's something about that stat I want to probably call out. That stat you're calling for Arteta was Arteta trying to define a style of play.
Okay.
Ten Hag last year, if it was off the window, it was
because
was trying to get a result.
The club that is coaching for don't care about. Imagine I don't know if you've seen this. The owners of Manchester United They were present in a Tampa Bay game and they were shaking the players. They were like,
Yeah, I
when
saw
was the last time? When was the last time
Akron
they
Glazer.
came to? When was the last time they came for a regular game, other than a cup final? When was the last
Honest,
time?
we all know Manchester United to the Glazers is basically a business, and that's the reason they want Sir Jim, a what they call it,
They,
a
they, they don't know what they are doing. They don't know what they're going to do for the sporting department. So what they need to do is bring somebody in that will just take over the sporting department and make it look good for them so that they can get more money. So fine, we're all right to criticize Eric Ten Hag, right? But if you factor in all variables, right, you will see that this guy is actually working something, right, out of no support. Okay, let's do this. Klopp, in his first 2 seasons, Klopp had 98 games, but Ten Hag had 86. Ten Hag also has more wins than him.
yeah.
Remember, Klopp was changing the players, was getting rid of players. The club was supporting him. Now, fast forward, put it in our own context. So I want to ask you one question. Do you think if Eric Ten Hag goes to Liverpool at that time with the support, don't you think Eric Ten Hag would also be doing well the way Liverpool would have
No,
even done
no.
more?
As I'm saying, I'm saying Eric Ten Hag, right? So I know. So I say I'm a bit critical, but I also understand why the management there is not in. It's not with him from the performance. That's why I said, Nish, I said Eric Ten Hag is a good coach. That cannot change.
I mean, let me even further buttress this point that you're making right now.
Mhm.
Pep, it was the sporting director, the sporting department. Let me not just use the director. The sporting department composed of the recruitment team and the likes, right? That handed and picked Doku and gave it to him. Gave Doku to him.
Mhm.
And Pep didn't know about Doku. He played Doku and Doku is doing well. Now, doesn't that tell you that there's a trust from Pep on the sporting department? Pep
No, it's
actually
because
trusts the sporting department.
and I think also to that point there is an alignment
Isn't
on
good?
yes, what kind of players are we looking for? So Pep has already told them, okay, probably, okay, these are kind of players we need. They've already agreed in meetings for what we need, kind of players we need, wingers we need, kind of, and they say, okay, what? I don't need to ask Pep because Pep and I already know what we're looking for.
What we want, yeah.
Yes. Then so I can go and bring and say, okay, bring this and take us. That's what Pep has. That's what we have agreed on in our meetings. We want players that probably are fast, players that probably from a personal perspective, players that are hungry, players that want to grow, player that has what they call good attitude, players that basically can fight for their sport regardless of who plays. So some of those, they've already known the qualities. We're saying, okay, this guy fits that quality. You know what? And for note, so it's different now. If it fails, they will sell the player. They don't have to.
Simple.
Yes. But we can't do
Simple.
that in United, I agree.
Okay. So what are we saying, right? So the thing is, now the man has to use players that he wanted out last season in this transfer window. He has to use them. Now, by so doing, right, the man wanted Aaron Wan-Bissaka out, right? But they were unable to sell him. He had to use him. And Aaron Wan-Bissaka was what? To us, he improved, right?
Yes.
But some people still want him out because of his offensive kind of play, right? Now, the same thing, Scott McTominay and what's his name? Harry Maguire, they refuse, so he has to use them. Now, Harry Maguire has not proved to be some sort of bedrock in our team.
Yes.
Now, if you want to move that player off, now, if you want to sell that player now, one can argue that his price tag has actually moved up to the fat. So even that 30 million that they wanted to buy him for before, it has gone up to like what, 35, 40. So that's
50.
Anybody buying him at 30 million now that maybe the clubs decide to say, okay, we'll go agree that 30 million, right? We might be getting him on the bargain. McTominay now can actually go for like what, 35.
Do you
can
think
actually still go for the 30.
Do you think Ten Hag will say McTominay? So they want to give him captain. They don't sell that guy.
No, but if a sporting department, that's what we are saying. If a sporting department comes in, a good sporting director, CEO, and all of that recruitment team come in and say, okay, Eric Ten Hag, we see what you're doing, right? We know, we believe, or we think you can do better because they don't trust him like that. We think you can do better. Tell us what you need in terms of, okay, what's your brainchild? What's your plan for this team? What's your plan for the club? Tell us, let's have a discussion. And they have the discussion. And I'm like, okay, this is your plan, but you have the players likes of McTominay and Maguire. What's happening? And you see, but I tried to move them on, but they couldn't. Okay, so are you saying if we move them on, you don't have a problem? If the man says no, then move them on, irrespective of whether you gave him cap. Haven't you seen captain that have been sold? So it's all you and I have come to the agreement that if Inat says, okay, let me hold on to McTominay, right? Then we can start bejudging him from that point and say, okay, you had to. Now imagine they wanted to sell McTominay, right? The club says no, not Henry Tenago. The club says no, right? Now they came to ask Henry Tenago. Henry Tenago is not saying, okay, if you sell the player, will you get me a replacement? And they're not coming out with a straight answer. If you were you, what would you do?
Basically, a bet at hand is what
Simple. The man
yeah.
wanted players in January. He gave them Gakpo. They said they didn't have the money. Okay, give me what's the other young man's name? What's that place for Atletico Madrid? Felix. They said they didn't have the money for loan.
What is weird? What is going on with
Wait now, so then you have to go look for a £3 million loan or €3 million loan in what's his name?
Bekistas or Bekistas?
Bekistas where it was.
Yes.
And the manager still tried his best to make sure he used that guy to produce some sort of result. Right? So if it was you, like you rightly said, you would hold what you have because you don't. The manager don't trust the DOF. Imagine somebody said, "I want Frankie De Jong," and you people categorically told him, "Don't worry, we'll get Frankie De Jong. We're not buying anybody until we get Frankie De Jong." Flew to Barcelona and came back empty-handed. No flowers for your wife, no chocolate for your kids.
Life.
Right? Now the man said, "Okay, you know what? You flopped that one there. Let me go to." This is where I got pissed. You agreed the price with Barcelona. Then you went further and reviewed your price. You now increase it with us thinking, okay, you put the money in there, right? So you couldn't even tell Barcelona, yo, it's either you take it now or we walk away. Yeah. You let Barcelona string you
till the last minute.
So if you were the manager, will you trust those people? Now you say, go get me Rabiot. They flew to somebody that you could have called on phone. The mother will tell you, no, I'm not doing that. You make your deal. Then it's okay. Can I see you in person if I want? The manager is telling you if it's that money or no, deal or no deal. You flew all the way to Turin just to hear no.
Yeah, no. But those guys.
If you were the coach, will you trust those players? You gave. Wait, let me just finish this one. You gave them a list and said you wanted Anthony. They went to Ayaz. Ayaz quoted 50 million. Was it 50 million euros for them?
40 million, yeah.
40 million euros. They say it was too much. They didn't even negotiate. They didn't even say, somebody gave you a price. You just say it was too much. So it felt like, okay, can I give us? It felt like before the manager even started his job, you already undermined him. He gave us a list. Let's go. If they would just walk away, say the price. But no, you said the price was too much. You wanted to buy Timber for 40 million. They say 40 million or no. You said no, it was too much. But guess what? You bought Lisandro Martinez for 55 million. You bought Anthony for 100 million euros. If it was you, would you trust those people to make the right decision?
I agree with you. But my concern right now is that even the Ratcliffe coming is keeping a Jean Motto.
As long as there's a director of football that will take his place, Motto can go and be doing something with the women team. So it doesn't concern me. Or women teams that don't deserve Motto because he's incompetent. He should leave the club.
Yeah, honestly for me, I think.
Or he should just go back to being the businessman, the banker that he is, right?
I think.
And be there.
Motto should move probably to the commercial side, right? Hopefully, my hope is that basically the new DOF comes in, we're able to probably build a structure, because for me, what we're doing right now, honestly, it's not sustainable. I just see area like, oh my god, it's not.
If you think it's not sustainable, don't you think Eric Ten Hag knows that it's not sustainable as well?
Yeah, no, Ten Hag knows.
A manager that does not know when the club will be sold, or if he has his job when the club is sold. What kind of uncertainty is that? He goes to bed not knowing if he wakes up tomorrow and reads the news.
He has a job or not.
The club has been sold. They're moving him off. moving him on. So we have to put in all of those, right? Fine, I know his team selection sometimes gets on our last nerves, right? But we have to ask ourselves, if I was in that position, knowing, having a fan view of what the club, of how the club has been run, right? If I was in his position, would I have done any better? Would I have done any better? When you know that if they sell a player, they might not use that money to buy another one for you.
I agree. Oh man, if we switch this show to Eric, then but at the end though, is basically is the captain of the ship.
Yeah, if you want to talk about yesterday's game, right? Yesterday's game, like we said, to me, they executed the manager's game plan to the T. It's like the third time they were actually playing to the manager's instruction and getting the result. The other two times they did it, they got a good result. One against Crystal Palace, one against Chelsea, and this one. So my positive going forward is build on this, play to the manager's instruction. For as long as you have a clean sheet, it means that you are in the game until the 90th minute. You understand? So
what is shocking? What do you think? Apparently, you might have a different perspective, though. Sometimes you do. Dalot cigarette card. What do you think?
Well, absolute madness.
Okay. I thought you were going to say it's a red card.
A Newcastle fan refereeing a Manchester United Liverpool game. What do you expect?
I agree. Because if you because there's this.
How do you give somebody throwing his hand like is angry?
Like it's already
you give him a yellow card, and it's already like a yellow card, and he's doing it again. Like, how would you be giving me? First of all, you called to make a wrong call, and you give him a yellow card. And like, yo, why are you giving me a yellow card? And he's frustrated, and you're giving him a second yellow card to prove what? That you have a longer pipe.
No, honestly, that's what I'm saying. They are making the game about them right now, which to me doesn't make sense. They are making the game about them, which to me it shouldn't be. Like they're making a bit like I'm the it's about the game. It's like you should be able to manage.
The man lost control. He lost control of the game.
Yeah, and even Darwin Nunes did the same thing initially at the 21st minute, and basically because
I don't like talking about referee because to them they want to be the star man. So let's just wrap up this stream because I have something to do. So yeah, what do you make before we go? What do you make about that pipe? Van Dijk's comment.
And I think there's this, and I'll say it. Well, I probably say, "Oh, my friend is listening." All this, that yo, they think that they've been the best team of the last of the past 10, 20 years. Bros, you've only won one Premier League
in 30 years.
And they're making it like playing good. Okay, playing Asemiga played good football, and he won trophies. You're playing good. You think you're playing well. You think, okay, as in is the arrogance, the pride in Liverpool. And I think
Van Dijk thinks he's better than what he is.
What?
I think Van Dijk thinks he's better than what he is.
Yeah, I think for me that they give him like this best defender. like it's like, to me, honestly, I think it's like an embarrassment to the game. The way they hype the league, the way they hype Van Dijk. Again, has won just one, as in one. Now let's go to that. Let's go from a European scene in its own country. 0.
Bro, man. I don't. For me, it was a good result. I'm just sad that we didn't come up with a 3 point.
Honestly, for me, because nice for the arrogance from the player. Like, if they just win these guys, man.
No, that's why everybody tends to be arrogant. Me too. I'm arrogant. I'm angry at the fact that we didn't come up with the victory.
No, it's crazy. It's actually crazy that they think Davido. So I think that's the last one we're going to talk about, right? That's the last one. Okay. Anything else from you? From me, I'm fine though.
No, we're good. I'm just looking forward to the West Ham game. I think we might do a stream on. I think the Premier League game on Thursday, so we might do a preview show maybe on a Friday or yeah, we'll see how it goes. But
I think probably we'll do a pre-match. a pre-match, then probably do it on a Wednesday or Wednesday, and do a
Mhm.
post-match. And so this is the reason why I love this to December, because the games come over and over. It's a lot, and that's how you get the holiday spirit going for me. I know you have to go, and thank you all for
Guys,
joining us.
thank you. Kes, thank you for having me. Guys, please don't forget, please like, please subscribe if you haven't, please share, and
guys,
leave your comment.
It come like say we forget to. We talk about you say okay, please subscribe us. See, I understand though, like this thing hard though. Honestly, like reason us now. Like, at least
Do it for the love. Do it for the love.
Like how far now? How far, guys? How far?
All right.
Now.
All right, from us right here in Canada, it's good night. God bless. Until we see you again, take care of yourself. Peace.